What's going on, Flix Talkers? Welcome back to another movie review. This time I'm going to be giving my thoughts and a spoiler-free review for the film Blink Twice, which is the directorial debut of Zoe Kravitz. Yes, the actress Zoe Kravitz, who, first off, I gotta really give kudos. She is amazing in front of the camera, but I'm gonna let you guys know what I thought about her skills behind the camera. Now, this film did hit theaters August 23rd, 2024, but I did watch it in the comfort of my own home as it is now on VOD. So before we get into my non-spoiler thoughts, once again, guys, please hit that big thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel today, where I do more reviews like this, movie reactions, and live streams here on the channel. And the quick synopsis for Blink Twice is, when tech billionaire Slater King meets cocktail waitress Frida at his fundraising gala, he invites her to join him and his friends for a dream vacation on his private island. Wild nights soon blend into sun-soaked days, but when strange things start to happen, Frida must uncover the truth if she hopes to make it out alive. All right, Flix Talkers, so let's get into our cast, starting with our hunk in front of the camera, Mr. Channing Tatum as Slater King. Now, he does play a tech billionaire who we're introduced to going through some kind of apology or something. We don't know exactly what he's apologizing for. We just know that he's effed up, and he's gonna kind of take a step back from being this tech billionaire guru and kind of pass over the reins while he just chills out on this private island. Then we're introduced to Frida and Jess. Frida is played by Naomi Ackie, and Jess is played by Aaliyah Shawkat, and they are two waitresses that are working this gala that the tech billionaire is throwing a party for, and we see that they are struggling. They're on the opposite side of the spectrum. So this is like real life, right? A lot of people are in positions like this where they are working either dead-end jobs or they're working for the 1%ers, and they can't help but see what life could possibly be like on the other side. So these ladies are able to kind of shimmy their way into this opportunity where they do meet Slater King, and once again are invited back to this island. Now, it's not only them being invited back to the island, we are introduced to a couple other ladies. So we have Adria Arjona playing Sarah. I really liked her character in this movie. We see by the end of the movie, she is such a strong character. I really like her. I want to actually see her in more roles, as I really haven't seen her in much. I saw her in Six Underground and Morbius, but it's like wasted talent kind of, because those movies really weren't the greatest. She kind of has a Isa Gonzalez thing going on, and I could definitely see her going the action route. Now, some of the men involved, and I did watch this trailer as it was being really promoted heavily in front of some of the movies that I watched in the last couple of months, but I didn't know Christian Slater was in this film. Simon Rex is in this film. Haley Joel Osment is in this film. I didn't know that. I don't know if it was kept a secret. I think actually I did see Haley Joel Osment maybe quickly in the trailer, but these guys are shimmied in here to kind of party with the girls. We find out that they're also tech billionaires as well, and yada, yada, yada. Also, another lady who is seasoned and is awesome, and I really had a jaw drop moment when she did pop up on screen, was Gina Davis. Once again, I hope that's not a spoiler, but she is in this movie, and she does play someone that's, I can't really get into what her role is because it is kind of teetering on spoiler territory. It's going to be really hard, by the way, to talk about this movie without spoilers, because I think there's a lot of whispers about what this movie is about or who it's related to kind of in real life industry entertainment settings. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but they do throw a situation at us where it's very realistic, especially in modern times. And I think that's why I really did enjoy this movie, because even though it is grim subject nature, I grew up on a lot of this stuff, and even recently I went back and I watched movies from the 70s or the 80s where a lot of this revenge stuff was happening to unsuspecting women. They didn't expect this stuff to happen from these men. But once again, I'm kind of desensitized and conditioned to watching that stuff already. But I'll let you guys know there is a MGM warning right at the beginning of this film, just kind of a trigger warning, which I don't really like trigger warnings because I think you should just judge a movie as it is. I understand we live in an era where people are sensitive and people, don't know what they're going to get themselves into. And sometimes people are walking out of movies because they don't appreciate the subject nature. That's fine. I soak it all in fully, 100%, and then make my judgment afterwards. So I think when I saw that trigger warning at the beginning, I knew kind of what I was going to get myself into, even though I kind of already did from the trailer. It's just interesting once again to realize the era of cinema we're living in. But that aside, we are dealing with drugs, partying, just every day, sun-soaked like the description said. And then we start losing track of time, but it's not because we're having fun in this movie, it's because there are some things happening behind the scenes. Now, once those start to become more of a revelation and just get pushed in the forefront, it's like, wow, this is pretty grim stuff, and this is very, very scary stuff. And what makes it even scarier is you are on an isolated island, but then you start to think, how long has this been happening for? Because it doesn't seem like it just started happening. This has been happening for decades. Once again, like real life situations we have heard of. Now, as far as the acting standouts for me, I think Naomi Ackie as Frida definitely did it for me. Adria Arjona once again playing Sarah, and someone who I don't think I've really heard of, but this character Jess, once again played by Aaliyah Shawkat, he was awesome at conveying a lot of the emotion, as we find out that, once again, it's not a spoiler too much, but she's the first one to kind of acknowledge, at least to her friend Frida, that shit isn't what it seems, man. She's feeling something and it's not right, and she wants to go home. Now, Channing Tatum as Slater King. This is just a personal gripe. I'm gonna die on this hill. This guy, for some reason, cannot do it dramatically for me. I see his face and I always think, my name Jeff. That's what I see. I'm sorry, guys. He's stuck in this damn 21 Jump Street comedy role for me, and I can't shake him out of it. I don't know why. This guy cannot bring the dramatics for me whatsoever until one scene in the third act. He really goes balls to the wall. I want this Oscar type of scene, and that's what I felt. I just didn't feel that from him through the whole movie. Now, circling back to the beginning, this is once again directed by Zoe Kravitz. It's her directorial debut. This is a fantastic introduction to what can become from possibly a great visionary. I think she captured a lot of things very, very well. There's a lot of close-up shots to once again invoke emotion, either on animals or the surroundings or our subjects. I just felt so much roller coaster of emotions, even joy when they were out partying before you even knew what was actually happening, about to turn left or go sideways. She painted this picture very well. Once again, this isolated island that's a beautiful tropical paradise, and this is a perfect time, unfortunately, to drop a film like this, because a lot of things in real life are circulating around this subject nature. So all in all, guys, I had a fantastic watch with a movie that I didn't really think I could have possibly had. It left me with chills at the end of this movie, for real. Now, one thing, I don't know how I feel about the ending per se. The last 5 minutes of this movie, I think I would have personally changed it for more of that revenge factor, but then it goes in a completely different direction. Like, I could totally understand why Zoe Kravitz did what she did in that third act, but I would have liked to see it go this way. So I'm once again torn, because it's not a bad ending, but it's not the ending I would have chose. So I think all in all, I'm going to give Blink Twice a solid 4 out of 5. Definitely recommending that you guys check it out today. All right, Flick Stalkers, what did you think of Blink Twice? If you guys either saw it in theaters or now on VOD, please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Hit that big thumbs up to support the channel and consider subscribing today for more. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm gone. Peace.